The 2020 NBA season came to a screeching halt because of the coronavirus. The shutdown was, of course, the right thing to do in the wake of the pandemic, in order to protect players, fans, and everyone associated with the league. But when is it going to end, and what does it mean for the league's future? Here's a breakdown of what the coronavirus means for the NBA. The announcement beginning. On the 11th of March, fans at the Chesapeake Energy Arena had just taken to their seats. Players from the Utah Jazz and Oklahoma City Thunder had finished their warm-ups and were gathered courtside in preparation for tip-off. Then, after a lengthy meeting between game officials and coaches, both teams trudged back to the locker room. More waiting was filled with booing from the crowd and confusion from commentators, until finally an announcement. The game tonight has been postponed. You are all safe. Take your time in leaving the arena tonight and do so in an orderly fashion. Fans did not know it at the time, but that announcement was just the tip of the iceberg. A league-wide shutdown was put into effect shortly after, and an NBA game has not taken place since. It was later revealed that Jazz player Rudy Gobert had contracted COVID-19. The test had come back positive just moments before the scheduled game on March 11th. Though Gobert was not in the building at the time, since he was feeling unwell. Ironically, Gobert had mocked the pandemic in an interview just 2 days before, going as far as touching all the reporters' microphones to jokingly spread his germs. His foolish actions supposedly continued into the locker room too, which likely resulted in teammate Donovan Mitchell contracting the virus as well. 16 players from 9 different NBA teams have tested positive for COVID-19 so far, including Brooklyn's Kevin Durant and Boston's Marcus Smart. NBA reaction. The NBA had talks on and before March 11th to discuss how to conduct games in the wake of the pandemic. Ideas included limiting crowd numbers or holding games without any spectators at all. However, once it became apparent that players had already been infected, the league suspended all games for a 30-day period. This has since been extended and remains in effect. Teams who played the Jazz within 10 days prior to the discovery were told to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. There have been restrictions regarding players entering practice facilities, bans on group workouts, and limits on interactions with staff in line with safe distancing measures. These are slowly being relaxed, with some players having been allowed to practice individually, following the one man and one trainer to a basket-only rule. On March 27th, the Utah Department of Health gave the Utah Jazz organization the all-clear from the virus. Rudy Gobert has since made a publicly apology on social media regarding his actions. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver announced on May 8th that there may still not be a decision as to when the season will resume by the end of the month or even by the start of June. Safety remains of the utmost importance, but senior officials remain hopeful that the 2020 season will see a conclusion. The commissioner stated that playing the rest of the season at only 1 or 2 venues, potentially Orlando and Las Vegas, made the most sense. He hopes to have a traditional postseason that includes a 7-game series in each round, though the possibilities of alternatives remain. The 2020 NBA Draft Lottery has been postponed until at least the 25th of June, and there are informal plans to push it back to the start of the 2020-21 season, to December. Depending on whether or not a vaccine has been developed by then, games may still be played without fans present. The break in action, meanwhile, is estimated to cost the NBA hundreds of millions of dollars in ticket sales and TV revenue. Silver reported that 40% of the league's revenue comes from money built around game nights in arenas. When addressing NBA players, he described the disruption as possibly the single greatest challenge of our lives. Ticket holders for postponed games are being assured that their tickets will be valid for rescheduled matches. Or if that does not happen, then they will be able to claim a refund. The financial hit taken by the NBA is bound to affect player contracts and salary caps when normal services resume. But there is no telling by how much they will be affected until that day comes. High-profile NBA players such as Steph Curry have spoken out of their dismay at how the 2020 season has turned out, but recognize that the steps being taken now are vital for the league's recovery in the future. How would you feel if the remainder of this NBA season was played out behind closed doors? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and leave a like if you just can't wait for basketball to resume, no matter where it happens. In the meantime, why not get your NBA fix by watching some of the other videos on our channel? Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on our latest uploads. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.